And it's 14-0, Franklin over Monterey Trail. Here on the sideline with Monterey Trail coach TJ Ewing. Coach, with the exception of 2 plays, you're in this.
Yeah, I think our kids did a good job, getting real. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on. You get the homecoming, senior night. You guys are here. It's a big deal. So I think our guys took a deep breath and kind of saw for what it was. It's just high school football. So.
All right. All things being equal, with the exception of the first 2 plays of the game, you've played them to a draw. So what do you do to come out ahead in the second half?
Well, we got to catch up, get ahead, and stay ahead. That's kind of our halftime speech,
Anything in particular you've seen that, that you can take advantage of, or that you were doing poorly that you should reverse?
Yeah, a couple alignment things we saw that, we talked about with the guys, and they kind of came up with a few ideas. And probably go back to maybe seeing the ball in the air a little bit, and we'll see what happens. But we saw some things that we probably want to take advantage of in the second half. So.
Okay, Coach TJ Ewing, thank you much. Good luck in the second half. 14-0. They're down by 2 plays, essentially. A kickoff and a fumble recovery followed up by a touchdown just in the first opening seconds of the game. So we'll take it back to you. 14-0. Franklin so far leading over Monterey Trail.
Mike Johnson standing by. Bob?
Well, the score might not indicate it, but that was some tough sledding for Franklin as they run the record at 10-0. Coach Mike Johnson, what is playing a team like this last game of the season before you head into playoffs? What does that do for your plans? You're coaching the kids and trying to make sure they don't overlook anybody.
Well, we don't overlook anybody, and I can tell you we don't overlook a TJ Ewing Monterey Trail football team, because we know coming in, I mean, everything is on the line for those kids. They have senior night, they have homecoming. If they beat us, they go to playoffs. I mean, we were well aware of what they were going to bring out tonight. We weren't shocked by it. We expected it. The nice thing is we settled down in the second half, started playing a little bit better football on the offensive side of the ball, which kind of saved us tonight.
You were not particularly happy at halftime. What did your team do better in the second half than it did in the first?
Well, the good news is I didn't have to kill anybody.
That was good. I was happy for that too.
And I know there was some fear out there, and I calmed down a little bit, and we talked at halftime inside. We basically just settled down. It's not our scheme, and a lot of the stuff that was happening were penalties, and we settled down. I mean, our offense, I feel better about us now than I did at halftime.
Okay. Playing an offense like this, you crammed everybody into about a 4-yard space and dared somebody to get past you. Can you do that going further on as you play better teams in the playoffs, particularly against teams that run very well?
Well, we can if via our scout teams just don't throw or really don't have an ability to throw the football. But if they can throw, you won't see us like that. That won't be an option for us. So, gut tells me we're going to see some teams in the playoff that are very run-oriented, and we will stack the box. We've got pretty good corners on the edges.
Do you think you have an advantage either against a team that is primarily pass or primarily run? Is there one you'd like to see?
I would rather see a running team. We're fast, and we're good against the run. At the same time, we're pretty good against the pass, too, but we have not seen a lot of passing teams in league, so I think we're better. We're better prepared for a run team, I think.
Is there something you want to tell us?
I don't know if that's a sign for us to get off this field or not.
That certainly is a unique crowd dispersing device.
Yes.
So as you head
I'm wondering if it's my father coming over. Thank you, Dad.
Just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Yeah.
So what does 10-0 mean to you?
It's my first ever. 19 years, I've never been 10-0. And I've coached some really good football teams, but we've never been 10-0. So for me, I get to put something in my safe and sit on it. For the team, it's the first time we've ever done this as a school. We keep talking about legacy. And our seniors, they're a focused group of young men. We're very excited about having that banner in our gym. And now it's time to set some new goals.
Okay. What would those goals be? Realistically, what do you think? How far do you think you can go?
Realistically, I'll tell you right now, our goal is to get to the section title game. I mean, that's our new goal. We've been in the round 1 many times. We got out of it last year. We've been in round 2 last year. This team, we're not going to be happy unless we're in that title game.
What do you have to do differently this year than last year? And by you, I mean the team.
You know what? Not much, because the team that went 2 rounds last year is the same team that's playing right now. I mean, we returned 17 kids that have that experience. So we're a very mature football team. So I'm not concerned about being overwhelmed with the situation this year.
Okay. You probably don't know who you're going to be playing yet, do you?
We really don't. If Vallejo wins tonight, I'm thinking that they'll be a 16 seed, which that would be our opponent. If Vallejo loses, it could be one of many teams, including Nevada Union possibly.
Okay. Thanks. Congratulations on a perfect season.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
Mike Johnson. He's the coach of the Franklin Wildcats, 10-0 on the season heading into the playoffs. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bob. Quite an achievement. We just heard Mike say that despite the many outstanding teams he's coached, this is the first 10-0 run he has had, and